Easy, baby.
What if dragons were never mythical creatures but undocumented species that avoided human contact? What if every ancient dragon story was based on real encounters that history later dismissed?
Whoa.
These videos do not just raise a terrifying possibility, they begin to prove it. And by the time you reach number 13, the evidence becomes so unsettling that it might permanently change how you see dragons. Maybe dragons were not invented, maybe they were overlooked. In Colombia, this rainforest expedition clip hits differently because the creature does not look like it is performing for the camera, it looks lost. You see it pause, glance to the side like it is listening, then tilt its head upward as if checking the canopy for a way out, and that is when the shock lands. Wings unfold and it lifts off. Some viewers swear the takeoff looks too heavy and natural to be editing, others say it is a clever composite. If it is fake, why does it move like it is thinking? The 1970s in Seattle claim is part of what makes this one eerie, because the footage is framed like a casual hike memory, not a monster movie. The reptilian figure stands still for a beat, then turns away slowly, and that slow walk reads almost emotional, like it is tired, lonely, or avoiding people on purpose. A few commenters argue it is just a person in a suit caught at the perfect distance, but the posture looks oddly weighted. If it is a costume, why does it feel so mournful? In rural Brazil, the setting is what sells the tension. It is a simple house, ordinary people, and then something demon-like clinging to the ceiling like it belongs there.
Olha o tamanho desse bicho, meu Deus!
Isso é um dragão? Não, rapaz, é tipo dinossauro.
Quieto, Thor!
A asa dele abrindo, olha isso.
Vai voar, vai voar. Segura o celular! Caramba!
Olha lá, tá indo embora.
Nunca vi negócio desse na vida.
Ave Maria!
The crowd gathers outside, phones up, and you can hear their voices rising, half laughter, half prayer, with one man repeating his dialect in disbelief, like his brain is trying to label what his eyes cannot. Then it flies off and someone shouts Ave Maria like that is the only safe response. Was it fear, faith, or both? This mountain forest clip is pure twilight mystery. A huge dragon-shaped silhouette gliding across the sky while the filmer stays far back, zoomed in, hands shaking. The wings look leathery, the tail trails behind like a whip, and there is even a faint glow people keep arguing about frame by frame. Some watchers insist this is proof dragons never left, while skeptics call it a big bird, a bat swarm effect, or an illusion created by distance and low light. Either way, why does it look like it is yawning mid-flight? The Living Room Dragon Babies video leans into the weirdest kind of normal, an Arabic man sitting calmly watching these little dragon-looking animals piled together in the middle of the room like sleepy pets. The narration claims there are 15, says 13 are thriving, and adds that 4 need 30 days for their wings to fully grow, which sounds oddly specific for something that should not exist. People online question if they are just reptiles with costume wings, but the owner sounds proud, not prankish. If this is real, where did he get them? Are dragons real now? Because this hiking area clip tries very hard to make you believe it.
It's real! It's real! Whoa! Go, go, go!
A huge shape hovers above the grass and the ground looks brighter under it, like something is reflecting light downward. One guy stands at a distance, frozen, while another films like he is afraid to breathe too loud. The clip triggers two camps immediately. Believers call it an attack response or territorial warning. Doubters say it is a drone, a projection, or a boosted exposure trick. What would make a creature hover instead of flee? In this store-like environment, the vibe is unsettling because the man holding the baby dragon is smiling like he is showing off a rare purchase, not handling a wild animal. He grips it carefully, filming the front view as the little creature twists and tenses like it hates being restrained. It looks like a lizard with wings, but sharper, more aggressive in the face, and the way it squirms makes viewers debate whether it is stressed or staged. Some comments say it is a prop with animatronics, others say it is a young exotic species. If it is real, why is it being sold so casually? The Welsh border seashore video is quiet, and that quiet is what makes it heavy. A huge dragon-like body lies beside the water, still massive enough to turn the shoreline into a legend scene, and the camera lingers like the filmer cannot decide whether to run or document history. I will be honest, this is where my mind splits. Part of me wants to believe it is an ancient guardian finally collapsing, and another part hears the alarm bells of a realistic sculpture or AI render. The biggest question is simple. If it was real, why is nobody securing the site? The City Zoo Komodo clip is the kind of footage that spreads fast because it feels like a disaster starting in real time.
Easy, baby. Whoa!
A visitor records as a keeper does a routine check, then the Komodo lunges with sudden force and the barrier takes a hit. Chaos erupts, people backpedal, some scream, and a few shockingly keep filming. Comment sections often exaggerate, but many viewers insist it proves how underestimated large reptiles are, while others point out how often viral zoo breakouts are staged or taken out of context. If you were there, would you help, freeze, or run? This shoreline Komodo moment is fascinating because it turns into a puzzle. The reptile is gulping down a large moray eel, and immediately the internet starts arguing about how that even happened. Some insist the eel washed up and the Komodo simply scavenged it. Others claim Komodos can enter shallow water and ambush near the edge, and a third group says the clip is edited because the sequence looks too perfect. My take is the simplest answer usually wins. Food ends up where it should not, and opportunistic predators do what they do. But what if it really did hunt it? Over open water, a baby dragon moves in a steady line like it knows exactly where it is going, and that confident direction is what creeps people out. The surface ripples around it as if it belongs there, not as if it is struggling, and the filmer keeps a careful distance, zooming rather than approaching. Some commenters argue it is a monitor lizard, an iguana, or even a floating toy with fins, but others focus on the myth angle, saying oceans are the perfect hiding place for things we do not catalog. If it is not a trick, where is it headed and what is it returning to? In the Rocky City clip, the Komodo dragon approaches a goat with slow, deliberate steps, and the goat barely reacts, which is what makes viewers uncomfortable. People online have theories. Some suggest the goat was exhausted, injured, or already restrained off camera, while others argue the footage is edited to remove the moments where it tried to flee. The predator closes in and takes control fast, and the scene feels like nature's cold logic, not movie drama. The open question is the strangest one. Why would a prey animal freeze like that, and how much are we not seeing outside the frame? This distant mountain division footage is filmed like someone spotted a secret they were not meant to catch. The creature sits on a high rock, huge, then launches forward to the right with a glide that does not match a normal bird silhouette. Critics in comment sections often say distance and zoom can warp proportions, turning an eagle into a monster, especially when the camera shakes and the horizon bends. Still, the size impression sticks, and that is why the clip survives online. It makes you doubt your own scale judgment. If it is a bird, which one flies like that, and why does the body look so thick? The helicopter coast sighting is built for disbelief. A giant dragon lying on the shore with waves touching its snout and wingtips, and tiny human silhouettes standing far back like they cannot process what they are seeing. A lot of viewers call this a high-end prop, a film set, or CGI composited into fog because the texture looks almost too detailed. Wet scales, leathery folds, that perfect cinematic haze. Others argue the fog is what makes it believable because low visibility hides the seams. Here is my personal worry. If something that massive washed up, would we even get a warning, or would we just get one shaky video? This empty dry land clip captures a Komodo dragon attacking a monkey, and it is disturbing because it shows how fast a quiet space can turn dangerous.
Sini kau kalau berani. Oh, mereka sistemnya bantu ya, bantu teman ya. Video itu. Sia-sia kamu nunggu di sini ya.
The animal moves with predatory focus and the monkey's resistance looks frantic, which makes the viewer feel helpless even through a screen. Many people in the comments argue these clips should come with context, location, and wildlife authority notes because without them you cannot tell if it is natural behavior, a staged baiting situation, or an old clip recycled with a scary title. What we do know is that predators do not need drama to be terrifying. Reality is enough. Another ocean clip shows a baby dragon moving forward like it owns the habitat, and the repetition across uploads is what makes people suspicious.
你看，它在里面
那是
游。
条
龙吗？真的是活的。
尾巴好长，鳞片像玉一样。
哦，别动了，别吓到它，我在录。
它看过来了，
太神奇了。
游走了，你看它尾巴。
Some say it is the same video reposted with different captions. Others think there are multiple similar sightings, which would be a wild pattern if true. The camera angle stays just far enough away to keep detail soft, which is exactly how mysteries survive. Not too clear, not too blurry, just enough to argue about. You will see viewers split into two groups again, the "it is obviously a reptile" crowd and the "that tail and body are not normal" crowd. So what would settle it? Clearer footage or a real expert identifying it on camera? This one plays like a lesson about curiosity.
Big old log on the side of the trail here. Crazy texture though. That's an eye. Oh man, it's not a log. Okay, whoa, no.
A guy walks toward a Komodo dragon lying still on the ground, and you can feel the confidence in his steps like he thinks it is sleepy, tame, or harmless. Then the animal reacts fast and the moment flips from brave to reckless in a heartbeat, sending him scrambling. People watching usually fall into harsh judgment. Some call him foolish for approaching wildlife. Others admit they have done similar risky things for a good clip. My personal opinion, the internet rewards near misses, so people keep pushing closer. The question is, do we blame the person or the culture that turns danger into content? The living room Komodo curtain clip is funny scary because it is a giant reptile in a space meant for slippers and sofas. The animal drags at the curtain like it is trying to understand it, hide under it, or simply test what moves, and the homeowner keeps filming, stepping closer like this is just an unusual guest. A lot of commenters laugh, but plenty also point out how unpredictable big reptiles can be and how quickly a playful moment could turn into an emergency. If you saw that in your house, would you keep recording or would you quietly back away and call for help? Now, I still cannot say with certainty that dragons exist, but after seeing encounters like these, it feels harder to dismiss the idea entirely. Some of these clips may be hoaxes, some may be misunderstandings, and others may have logical explanations. Still, a few feel too strange, too detailed, and too natural to ignore. Maybe dragons were never just fantasy. Maybe they were something we stopped believing in too soon. And if something like this appeared in front of you, would you believe your eyes or convince yourself it was impossible? Drop your thoughts in the comments.